and welcome to lesson number 1 of AMI for CMS art students. For the first week, what we're going to do is we are going to pick a room in our space, which is our home, and we are going to draw it. I chose my living room in my apartment because I spend a lot of time there. Every room in the house has a corner. So how we're going to start this is we're going to use a little one-point perspective. Okay, so find a ruler, find the edge of a book, something straight you can use as a guide. This is going to be the template for everyone, so you're going to follow these steps. I just have a regular piece of computer paper here. Just use any kind of paper that you have. I'm going to do this in Sharpie. You guys are going to want to do this in pencil, just in case you mess up. Because it is likely to happen. One-point perspective can be a little tricky, but I know you guys will do a great job. So we want to put our ruler at an angle, a little bit like this, and you can pause the video at any time if you need to see a step again. We're going to make a mark on the left side of the ruler, and we're going to go down to about halfway down the paper. That's step number 1, okay? That's going to be the corner of the wall. Step number 2, we're going to line up the top edge of the ruler to the bottom of the line you just made, and we are going to go all the way to the edge. Okay, that's where the floor meets the wall. Okay, we got one wall down. The next step is to line again with the point that we've created here, and we are going to go create a line just like this. One-point perspective is everything you see in the room is in perspective. So if I put a window, what I would do is my window line needs to match up with the bottom of my wall. So I'm going to take my ruler and move up. And I'm going to put my window about right here. And the line is going to match up. It's going to be parallel. You might have learned that word in math. It's going to be parallel to the floor line. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing with the top of my window. It's kind of a rectangular window. It's not a very big window. Okay? And then I'm going to connect the sides. Now the sides need to line up with this line. That would make the most sense for our perspective drawing. Because remember, we're looking at the room from an angle. So I'm going to kind of line up both lines of my window. With this line. Again, I'm lining up my line with the line above it. Remember, this line here doesn't exactly line up with the top of our paper. It's a little slanted. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing down here for the bottom part, making sure those lines are parallel. And the reason why we're using a ruler is because it's hard to get a straight line. You don't need to draw a straight line to be a fantastic artist. I'm here to tell you that because I have been doing art for years and I still use rulers. So all those people that told you, oh, I can't even draw a straight line, they can still learn how to do art, and so can you. Okay, so again, we're lining up with that line on the bottom. I just realized I forgot to add 2 of my lines right here, so I'm going to go in here and add them. You guys can probably tell what I'm doing by now. It's the little part that goes in the middle of your window. A lot of windows have them. Okay, So we're going to be adding accessories and things over our bare essentials, like curtains and whatever you guys have on your window, blinds, or nothing. Maybe you just add clouds in the sky out there. We'll be adding all those details though later on. So right now we're just focused on the bare basics. Let's say I have a TV in my living room and it's right here up against the wall. So I'm going to make a straight line. I'm using my point. Remember, this is our dot that we're using, and our horizon line would be this floor line right here. So I'm drawing my TV. I'm going to draw the inside of the TV right here. And now I'm lining it up parallel, making sure it always aligns with that dot. That's what's going to make it really parallel to the lines you have. Okay, this is a little TV in the corner of the room. Now, even for the little stand that holds up the TV, we still need to have these straight lines. That's why we're using our ruler for this thing. Okay, so now we're going to draw the table that the TV is on. Sides. Here's the little line for the side of the table. This is what's going to make it look really 3D, is viewing the side of this table here. Now the top of the table is going to be a little tricky, but just watch what I do. Okay. Now, if you want to add things on the entertainment center, like maybe, for example, we've got the top. Remember, I'm lining up with my dot here. Let's say it's a console table that has an opening. Now, this line right here is going to be parallel to what line? This line. Okay, so make sure those line up. And there we go. And if I'm adding something on the inside, even that has to line up. It's almost like a math game a little bit. Sometimes math and art do connect. And so a couple careers that use math and art together are graphic design, interior design, and also photography uses a little bit of math sometimes. Architecture is a big one, engineering, people who build buildings. Okay, so now I've got a nice little entertainment center here. So the next thing I'm going to add is going to be a sofa. So I'm going to line these lines up together, just like that. Remember, the sofa is sitting on the floor. I'm going to line these lines up. Okay, this part right here is the cushion. is on the sofa that you sit on. Okay, and guys, don't worry if it's not perfect the first time. This is tricky. I'm the teacher and mine's not even perfect either. You can always go back and make corrections. I'm just here to serve as a guide for you. So I'm going to make a little curve down. This is the bottom part of the couch, and then I'm going to make a line just like that. Now it looks like a 3D cushion. So I'm going to make another curve right here. Up those lines, still making them parallel. Alright, then we make another curve going this way. Then I'm going to line up the top of the couch with our dot here. And I'm going to make this line parallel to the cushion line so it makes sense. And there we go. Now, I would erase that line, but again, I cannot. So I'm going to add a little separation here for our little couch cushions. Make it look a little more realistic. Okay, and you can curve the edges too. You can always go back and kind of curve, because couches are cushy. Unless you got a real hard geometric couch, most of them are going to have rounded edges. Okay, so now I'm going to add a rug. What we're going to do is line it up with this line here. Okay, that looks nice. Now that we got that put in there, let's finish this couch. So I'm going to line this up adjacent to. Adjacent means next to. That's also a math word you guys have probably heard before. And there we have it. We've got a TV, a rug, and a sofa. It's looking a lot like my apartment already. So if you want to add a design on the rug, let's see, I've got kind of a design on mine that's a bit geometric. So I'm going to go in, remember I'm lining this up. I didn't get that line perfect, but that's okay. 1-point and 2-point perspective takes a lot of practice, so even if you know how to do it and haven't done it in a while, it can still be tricky. But it's a really good technique for making things look 3D. And like I said before, a lot of architects and interior designers use this very technique to design homes, design how buildings, and design how they're going to decorate them. So I could just leave it like that. Maybe I just want it to be a striped rug. My design though is a little closer to this. Once you guys are completely done adding in all your details, we are going to color them in, because even though we're not at school, it is really important to practice creating finished artworks that are show ready. Your room needs to have at least 5 things in it. 2 of those things have to be hanging on the wall or on the wall. My window would count as one of those. And then at least 3 things need to be on your floor. I have a TV, a desk, a couch, and a rug. I'm going to go in and add some more things, but stay tuned for the next part of the video and you will see how it turns out and what your next steps are.